Hey, what's up? We're back with another drum teacher rant, and I haven't even released the first one yet, so I don't know how it's going to be received. Maybe no one cares. No one cares about my ramblings, but I found myself, I've just finished my teaching for the day, and I've been back from our lockdown here for one whole week now. So I've gotten to see all of my students back in the flesh, which has been amazing. And I just got to thinking how different they all are. You know, every student is so different, and what they want to learn is so different, and how they play is so different, and heights and ages and body types, everything is so different. And it got me thinking about technique and the search for the perfect technique or the best technique. Now, this is probably going to be very similar to the gear episode I did. That was what things I learned at jazz school episode of one of these talking to the camera things, where I sort of said gear is irrelevant to an extent. You know, you're the player. You put the value into the gear, really. The gear, I mean, what does a drum kit sound like? Hear that? That's what a drum kit sounds like. It doesn't sound like anything. You're the one playing it. Anyway, I'm already off on a tangent. Now, technique, the search for technique, or the right technique. Do we bury the beater? Do we play heel up? Do we play heel down? Traditional grip, match grip, German, French, American. What angle do I need my snare on? What my cymbals? What do I need those on? Well, I saw this guy in Drumeo playing like this, and maybe I should try that. Now, a lot like gear, if we start chasing shiny objects, or we just keep getting taken off course, we just get nowhere. And it really is a matter of going deep on a topic or an area of drumming, as opposed to trying out a lot of things. It's hard saying that, because sometimes it is nice to try a lot of things, and that can keep you motivated. But you kind of want to get stuff down. And the real technique hack, the real, I guess, secret that I've seen that works with students, or works with myself, or that when I've talked to other tutors or other players around town, it's just when you spend a lot of time basically doing the same thing over and over. I think in general things take longer than people think. Like, hey, can we do traditional grip today? And then you might talk about traditional grip, you might play a little bit of traditional grip, and then the next week you're back doing 16th note drum fills, match grip. And I mean, that was nice. It was a little tangent, a little visit to the world of traditional grip, and okay, you realized the world's not going to change just because you decided to play your left hand in a different grip, and kind of nothing changed. And we're back to this thing of gear, the gear thing of trying to find the right ride cymbal, or the right snare drum. It's always ride cymbals and snare drums, a lifelong quest to find the right thing, and you're not going to find it. You only do it by practicing and improving yourself as a player. That's when you start to learn different types of gear, and you've got enough headroom and control where you can start finding the sweet spot of different cymbals and different drums. But I'm really on the gear tip now. But yeah, it just really occurred to me today how obsessed a lot of students are, and a lot of drummers in general, with technique and, molar, and as I say, heel up, bury the beater, play off the head, all that stuff. Everything works if you do the work. Everything works if you do the work. Yeah, burying the beater will work if you practice burying the beater. Playing off the head will work if you practice playing off the head. If you are obsessed with burying the beater for 2 days and then you want to, no, that didn't work. Back to off the head, and then, give it a rest. Neither one works, so you watch Netflix for a week, and then Dennis Chambers, you noticed he was burying the beater, and so you try it again, and it's just, that's not going to go anywhere. It all works. This is, again, a lot like exercising or the gym. Again, not that I'm the picture of health. As I say, dad bod on my lovely paradiddle shirt. But much like working out, you can shock your body. That can be good. You can shock your body and change your workouts. That's great. But you have to keep working out. That's the thing. You got to stay the course. And I mean, Usain Bolt's not going to the Olympics, and he's not going to do high jump next time, and then long jump, and then, I don't know, marathon, and then weightlifting. He's focusing on one area, and he's getting an A++ and 100-meter sprint, or 200-meter sprint as well, maybe, I'm not sure. But I think all of your gear and technique questions and insecurities perhaps can be answered with this one statement, which I want you to think about. Changing my arms a bit. Is that it all works. This cheaper little Stage Custom kit here works. This much more expensive CNC kit works. They both work. They're both round with a bit of plastic on them that you hit, and it makes sound. They both work. And whether I hit a drum with the traditional grip, don't have a stick handy, or with a matched grip, it works. Stuart Copeland played incredibly loud backbeats with a traditional grip. Bill Stewart plays incredibly textured jazz with a matched grip. And, it all works. So if you are wondering, if you're on a search for the right technique does not make any sense. So if you're on a search for the technique, you're not going to find it. They all work when you do the work. Whew, I was getting into that. As I said on the previous one, if I summon up the courage to actually post it, I'm not trying to come off as some kind of drum guru or motivational expert. They're just observations that I get and things I think about when I'm teaching or when I've finished teaching. And sometimes they just hit you like a ton of bricks, and it all just becomes so real and it's so obvious that, man, instead of hunting for that stuff, you could have gotten really good by choosing one of them. Choose a lane and just go with it and believe in it. Stick to the process. Everything works when you do the work. Until next time, guys. Ciao.